Schedule 1 has taken the gaming community by storm, releasing March 24th, 2025. By March 29th, Schedule 1 already sold over 1 million copies. Now the game is coming up to 5 million copies sold. But much like all of you, I was addicted to it, playing live on stream for nearly 6 days in a row. Though I was curious about something. How fast could I get to Kingpin solo? So I decided to speedrun live on my Twitch, getting a Kingpin, and this is how I did it. Before I started my stream, I had to do some research. I had to know what gave you the most XP in the game so I could optimize my XP gain. I had found an article by thegamer.com that had all the XP values listed. Link is in the description if you want to take a look for yourself, but I'll also list them here as well. Whether these values are correct or not is hard to say, but from what I've noticed, they aren't far off. Escaping the police with a wanted level of wanted dead or alive gave you the most XP, giving you around 40 XP. However, you could only complete that once per day. 40 XP is not a small amount in this game, and as soon as I could, I utilized this every day. Next was personal sales, the best way to get XP, giving you around 30 XP. Something I didn't know until after doing this speedrun is that XP amount for personal sales can be more, based on the quality of product you sell them and the price of the product, but only if it was increased by mixes. The next best way to get XP is by killing police with a gun or machete. Every officer you kill is 20 XP. This one got me into a bit of trouble trying to complete, with quite a few restarted days, which slowed my run down. Next up was the dealer sales. While helpful that you don't have to do the sales yourself anymore, you're only collecting between 10 and 20 XP every sale they complete. I only utilize the dealers in the middle of the speedrun. Growing and trimming plants also gives you 10 XP per fully grown plant. So with that being said, I decided to only grow weed because you can grow multiple plants per day. Though this ended up taking up a fairly large amount of my time, and decided to buy workers to help a couple hours into my run so I could focus on selling the product. Next was pickpocketing, giving you 5 XP per successful steal. So if you had one guy have 3 things on them and you managed to steal all of them, that's 15 XP. This is something I knew about but kept forgetting to utilize during my run. From my research, these 6 ways of gaining XP were the best and made my plan around that. Now before we get into the rest, I want to say while I think I did this within a reasonable time, the time it took me could definitely be cut down significantly with better automated systems and pickpocketing every interaction, and would be excited to see if anyone else were to attempt this. So with that being said, how many ranks actually are there in Schedule 1, and how much XP does it take to progress? There's a total of 51 ranks to get to Kingpin. From Street Rat 1 through 5, it takes 1,000 total XP to move on to Hoodlum. From Hoodlum 1 through 5, it takes 2,000 additional XP to move on to Peddler. From Peddler 1 through 5, it takes 3,125 additional XP to move on to Hustler. From Hustler 1 through 5, it takes 3,925 additional XP to move on to Bagman. From Bagman 1 through 5, it takes 5,125 additional XP to move on to Enforcer. From Enforcer 1 through 5, it takes 6,250 additional XP to move on to Shot Caller. From Shot Caller 1 through 5, it takes 10,300 additional XP to move on to Block Boss. From Block Boss 1 through 5, it takes 8,365 additional XP to move on to Underlord. From Underlord 1 through 5, it takes 9,375 additional XP to move on to Baron. From Baron 1 through 5, it takes 10,375 additional XP to move on to Kingpin. In total, needing around 60,000 XP to get to Kingpin. So how long did it take me to get to Kingpin? The question you have watched this long to find out. With a whole lot of complaining, bitching, moaning and groaning, nearly giving up after a couple hours, not thinking this was actually even possible. It took me 24 hours, 41 minutes, and 15 seconds to completely go from 0 XP to Kingpin in one stream. This is with no sleep, few bathroom breaks, and as unhealthy as it sounds, only eating twice that entire time, with a few unhealthy snacks here and there. This seems like a good point to mention again. I streamed all of this on my Twitch, twitch.tv/samurai_fire. I have the whole VOD posted up on there if you wanted to watch the whole stream unedited. However, if you want to stick to YouTube, I have also posted the full unedited stream on here as well for longevity. Link for both of those will be in the description for your choosing. Now, the rules I had set in place for this was fairly simple. I had to go from 0 XP to Kingpin as fast as I possibly could. I couldn't use any of the casino games. My webcam had to be on the entire time during the stream. Game must always be on screen. No game-breaking bugs, such as placing a vehicle in front of the police station to stop them from interfering with your day. Timer doesn't stop until reaching Kingpin, even for bathroom breaks or game pauses. Day restarts are allowed if arrested, got killed, or are unfavorable, but timer doesn't stop or reset. I thought movement tech was fine. Using the bus stops and doors to help get to locations faster is fine. That's the rules I had set in place for myself. Now, with the nerdy stuff out of the way, for the people who want the shorter version, I'm going to explain what I was doing hour by hour. Maybe even longer than that if nothing really happened. Hold on tight because this portion of the video might go quite quickly. Hour 0 of the speedrun is probably the most interesting. Running around like a chicken with his head cut off, collecting my money from Uncle Nelson, getting my motel. Perfect. And picking up garbage to get more money. My goal was to get as much money as quickly as I could to get as many grow beds as possible. Breaking ATMs and soda machines to get extra cash. Within 16 minutes, I had my first plants grown and packaged product. Having 5 grow beds and making my first sale 20 minutes into the run. At hour 1, I was moving all my plants and stuff into the apartment you purchased from Miss Ming. Already at Street Rev 4, 1 hour in. During hour 1, I got a few more plant beds and sprinkler systems to speed up the growing process. The orders started rolling in and I was loaded on product. Purchased my first batch of Granddaddy Purple, my one and only product I sold from this point on, except for special mixtures for unlocking new buyers. At hour 2, I was at Hoodlum 4. Nothing super interesting happened during hour 2. A whole lot of selling product. However, I did manage to get my selling system down, realizing I can sell to people multiple times a day. I put all my deals in late night so they didn't expire and got the after hours bonus. If I got to most of my customers right at 12 a.m. or earlier, then I would be able to sell to them again at 4 a.m., which was usually when I was done completing all my planned sales. Making 2 sale rounds a day helped boost XP gains, ending hour 2 at Peddler 2. Hour 3, I bought the gold skateboard to help get to deals faster, doing a bit of trash pickup at the apartment. Other than that, nothing super interesting. At hour 4, I was finally able to get into the warehouse. Bought a mixing station and mixed my first new strain. Also got my first worker for the apartment because I was loaded up on product. At the end of hour 4, I was Hustler 2. Hour 5, nothing interesting happened. Hour 6, I went to the real estate shop and bought the bungalow and the laundromat. I had no money to buy anything, so I cleaned the apartment up until it was time to sell. After selling, I went to the warehouse and bought 16 air pots and suspension racks to set up the bungalow, hiring 3 workers for the bungalow right away as well. Also buying the revolver to start killing cops to gain more XP. Killing my first cops that same night and using the revolver for the first time. It fucking sucks. Ending hour 6 at Bagman 2. Hour 7, nothing really happened for the first 25 minutes. I bought the machete because the revolver was trash. Then went on a murder spree with it. One thing I saw that I don't know if it's a bug or not, if you swing the machete a lot during a fight, you are unable to build up a strong attack, forcing me to switch off to a different item slot, then pull the machete back out. Then it will allow me to use the strong attack again. Also, buying drying racks for the apartment, which I will also mention are a waste of fucking time. Ending hour 7 at Bagman 4. Not a single interesting thing happened throughout hour 8, 9, or 10. Hour 11 was a struggle. At this point, I started getting sleepy, got into a fight with cops at the end of one of the days, and ended up dying, just to start the day all over again. Oh my fucking god, no way, dude. Decided to get all my current dealers going with their own customers, ending hour 11 halfway through the day I technically already did. Once again, nothing really happened during hour 12. Hour 13 and 14 were a dud. Hour 15, I decided to buy the dock warehouse and supplies to set it up, also hiring workers for it. Right before hour 15 was done, I got killed again, nearly sending me over the edge and ending the whole thing. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 oh my fucking god, dude. I'm about to fucking lose my shit. If I have to restart another fucking day, I'm gonna fucking end it there. Holy fuck, dude. I'm about to lose it, dude. Oh my fucking god. Starting hour 16 with yet again another restarted day, putting all my warehouse workers to work halfway through the hour. Finished up setting up the warehouse and ending hour 16 at Block Boss 5. Hour 17, I was pretty well set up to just sell, making the rest of the footage fairly boring. It also didn't help that I was extremely tired and had been doing the same thing over and over for the past 10 hours, with very small amount of deviation from day to day. I ended hour 17 at Underlord 1. Again, nothing interesting happened throughout hour 18 or 19. And this is how hour 20 went. Hour 21, nothing interesting happened, just a whole lot more selling. At hour 22, I was Baron 1, and I got a bit more pep in my step because we were getting close to being done. I had a ton of cash, so decided to go buy me a new whip to help haul around seeds. Also taking away all dealers and only selling stuff myself to gain more XP now that I need so much to move on. Ending hour 22 at Baron 3. Same deal with hour 23, just a whole lot of selling. Ending hour 23 at Baron 5, meaning I only had 1500 XP left until Kingpin. Not a single thing was happening during the day for hour 24. Did my normal sales, then had one more round to make. We're getting close to the end. God, it's gonna be a surreal feeling if we're able to fucking finish her off. Okay. Pretty sure that's everyone. Alright, moment of truth, boys. We could be done, we could not be. Whether or not we're Kingpin 1 right now is a matter of fact, this is a real question. Way more. We're done! We're fucking done! Kingpin 1. Let's fucking go, dude. Oh shit, hold on. Oh my god, only took nearly 25 hours. We went from no street rank in Highland Point to a Kingpin in just under 25 hours. From while editing, this is the first attempt at speedrunning to max rank in Schedule 1. This was one hell of an accomplishment for me, and I honestly didn't think I could do it halfway through this challenge. While it would make me super excited to see someone else attempt this and beat my time, because it's more than possible with how many breaks and problems I ran into, it's far from perfect run. This was extremely challenging, and I felt like I was losing my mind after hour 10. If I didn't have chat or my music playing, this would have been impossible for me. If you want to try this, hell yeah. Would I recommend it? Definitely not. But once again, if you want to watch it completely unedited, it's up on my Twitch and a separate video on my channel. Also, if you do end up attempting this and beating my time, I would love to see it. Tag me in the video on X and I'll probably react to it on Twitch as well. My X account will be linked in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. It took me a really long time to film this footage and edit this video down. So it'd mean the world to me if you did hit that subscribe button. Maybe hit that little like button down there too. But once again, thanks for watching. Hope you all have a great day.